Hello, everyone. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we're going to take a look at the Oracle of Daydreams and Moonbeams by Tess Whitehurst, artwork by Jessica Von Braun, wisdom and guidance from fairy tales, fantasy, and folklore. We're going to take a look at this one together because I haven't had an opportunity to really look deep into it. So let's discover it together. It says, step into the cheeky and enchanting realm of the Oracle of Daydreams and Moonbeams. Within these cards lies a tapestry of magic and metaphor inspired by fables, fantasy, and folklore, ready to guide you toward joy and fulfillment. Like silver slippers and a treasure map, this 46 card oracle deck and guidebook illuminate the yellow brick road to living fully, bravely, and happily. Authored by visionary Tess Whitehurst with charming artwork by Jessica Von Braun, each card offers you wisdom and whimsy to navigate life's twists and turns while embracing every precious moment. As you embark on your personal hero's journey, remember that true transformation lies in the quest, not just the destination. Whether outsmarting witches, saving kingdoms, or seeking grails, let this oracle be your companion, supporting you through rainstorms, lost mittens, and uphill climbs to your own happily ever after. And you've got a couple of little samples there, 46 cards, 128-page full color guidebook. I saw a walkthrough of this on Krista's channel, but it was a while. It was like a few weeks ago, and I've seen a lot of walkthroughs since then. So step into, what does this say? Hang on, let me let me get the stuff out of the box, and then I can take a closer look at what it says. Venture into the deep dark forest, fall into the rabbit hole, step onto the yellow brick road and find your pot of gold. That's cute. There's a lot going in the box. All right, so that's the box, and it came with a glossy page here. We always get one like little sheet to protect the cards. It's usually matte. This time it's glossy. This box, these cards, this book, everything is a little bit smaller than my previous Blue Angel decks. So 1 second, let me just get out. All right, so here's the Alchemist Oracle, which is the last one that I got in and reviewed. And you can see that the box is smaller, it's shorter, it's more narrow. So it's not quite as wide, but not by a ton, but it's a good bit shorter than this one. So it's just slightly smaller. You can see it's not as wide, and it's a little shorter than this box, this is a normal Blue Angel size box. Not all of the other decks, but most of the other decks I have from them come in this size box. So this box is just a little bit smaller. So I have a couple of other decks from Blue Angel that do come in smaller boxes, but this one is kind of short and wide. I have one that's shorter but more narrow, and then I have some that are even more narrow and shorter, but this one is like a different size altogether. So I was like, I wonder why they did that. The cards are smaller. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I must have started walking through them and then I stopped at 23. So it looks like the cards are smaller than a normal Blue Angel size card. So I'm just going to get a couple to show you. This is the Alchemist Journey Oracle. It's one of their more narrow cards. This is the same width, but shorter than this card. Against their larger cards, or their, what I would call their older size card, right? Because most of the other decks that I have from them come in this size. You can see it's a good bit smaller. Up against a normal size tarot card, there you have it, just a little bit taller and a little bit wider. And up against, oh, wrong thing, hang on. Up against a Hay House size oracle card, just a little bit shorter and a little bit more narrow. So that's the size. Right, let's get into this guidebook. Now, I've never had a deck from Tess Whitehurst, but she's got quite a few out. Oracle of the Portals, the Halloween Forever Oracle, Angel Magic Oracle. Let me know if you have this one because I'm curious about it. The Queen Mab Oracle. And so this was my first from her, and I'm excited to have it. I love fairy tale stuff. So let's just take a quick look at that. I like pop culture things. There's the table of contents. So there's a couple of quotes here in the beginning, and then it just talks a little bit about Folklore and fantasy. This oracle deck, filled with dazzling daydreams and mesmerizing moonbeams, magic-filled mirages from fables, fantasy, and folklore, will serve as your silver slippers and your treasure map to joy. It will reveal the wisdom you need to live fully, bravely, and happily. It will steer you clear of pitfalls and poisons and help you live each moment of your precious life to the fullest and guide you along your own personal hero's journey. How to prepare to use your oracle deck. You've got a couple of blessings here: a full moon, sunrise, and a crystal blessing. How to read with the cards. So it's just kind of like what to ask, take breaths, get grounded kind of stuff. You've got a couple of spreads, and then it just closes out with step onto the yellow brick road, venture into the deep dark forest, fall into a rabbit hole, let the fairy tale fantasies and fables help you master your moments, win your crown, and find your pot of gold. And all the while, let them remind you to see your entire life journey as a most exquisite form of play. The cards. This I saw that there were some, it looked like there were some fairy tales from different parts of the world, so that we were going to get a little bit of cultural diversification in this deck, which interested me. Like when I saw this little guy here, and I was like, oh yeah, now I'm curious. Now I'm even more curious. You know what I mean? Because and sometimes it's hard to find fairy tale decks with diversity in them. So I like to have diversity in my cards. So it looks like the title is on the side here. And then also if you can read it here on the card, it's not small. I can read everything. And I wear glasses, so I have a hard time reading small print or print that's like, there's not enough contrast. And I can see this very well. So it looks like you have an at a glance here for Fall into Wonderland. The at a glance, or the like quick divinatory meaning, would be let go of the need for certainty and jump with both feet into the wild unknown. Be willing to go in a brand new direction where no one else has ever been. Forge your own spiraling path, one step, one adventure at a time. And then it looks like it talks about a little bit about more about that, about playing it safe, what you're going to learn as you go, embracing imperfections, what has been calling you. There's some questions that she's asking you to ask yourself. And then, and like a kind of call to action: dive bravely into the rabbit hole, and you will initiate an exotic adventure, a spiraling ramble into Wonderland's magical heart. So it looks like it's going to have some good. Oh, here's the guy I was looking at. Merboy's best friend. Let's see. It doesn't look like it talks about. I'm thinking that these cards are not actually. Some of them are, because look, here's Jack and Jill. Some of them are fairy tales or nursery rhymes or stories you've known, and I think maybe some of them are created by Tess. Just as far as like the themes you would find in a fairy tale. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if this Merboy is a tale or if this is just someone she created on her own. It doesn't really say one way or the other. So I don't know if all of these are like, here's Red and the Wolf. We know Red and the Wolf, but then this one just says Shadow Enchantment, and there's no specific. This is about love bombing. Ooh, interesting. Love bombing. I don't know if I have any other deck that talks about love bombing. It's a good time to seek and support a perspective from a third party. In one way or another, you've been drawn into a dynamic that is not what it seems. Interesting. Oh, I like that. So what I was trying to say before I got distracted, like here we have Singing in the Rain. That's a movie, right? Or a song. And it does talk about a little bit about Gene Kelly and the musical movie here. Yeah, so it looks like when there is an opportunity for her to talk about where she pulled the inspiration from, she does. So that's good. That'll keep us on track with that. There's our artist, and there's our author. She has a huge body of work, guys. A huge body of work. Here are the backs. They say the same thing as the inside of the box, except on this one you also have win your crown and find your pot of gold. So, and the other words are the same as what you would find on the inside of the box that I read earlier. So let's go ahead and look at these. So we have Fall into Wonderland. We have Alice here, all her things, falling through into the what, into the hole or into the down the rabbit hole. Um, you belong, and I believe what is happening here is all of the mermaids that you find in the deck find themselves here on this card, which I thought was super cute. There's a couple different ones, and maybe there's a few more that aren't in the deck, but I just thought that was cute. If the glass slipper fits, so we got Cinderella here. I love these titles, and I think, they're a little bit, they're not keywords, but I like them. La Katrina, or Katrina. Yeah, Katrina. This is very dreamy artwork. And normally, No Place Like Home. So we have Dorothy, Dream Seeker. There are a couple of these that repeat the stories. Like I know there's another one um for this story. What is this story? I forget the name of it. The one with Dorothy and the Wicked Witch. All I can think of is Wicked. That's not the name of the story. Anyways, there's another one in here. Here we go. We have Glinda the Good. So these are from the same story, but they have different meanings in the cards and different because they're different characters. So they have different arcs, right? And different advice to give. So we've got Glinda the Good about being good, and then we've got No Place Like Home, which is like, feeling a little lost, or I'm guessing. I haven't looked in the guidebook, but Golden Opportunity. And some of these are just they're advice that you might get from a fairy tale or a nursery rhyme, but they're not actually tied to any specific fairy tale or nursery rhyme. Persephone loves Hades. Look at this. And there's Hades. Hang on. He's reminds me of, what is the name of that movie? It's like a cartoon movie. The Corpse Bride? Is that what it's called? House of Sweets. We have Hansel and Gretel. Beautiful painting. Attitude of Gratitude. Ghost Girl. The swirling in the background is really intriguing to me. I don't know what this is about, but I'm trying to figure. I'm like, what's swirling around her? Got the candle there. Heartache. Look at the ink, or maybe that's just dark blood bleeding through her fingers. I usually don't like these decks with these big-headed children on them because I don't like creepy children. But I don't mind this one for some reason. I think there's a subtlety to her artwork that doesn't ring creepy to me or even give me any kind of discomfort that I don't find in the like for instance JBG's artwork. I don't find the same subtlety there. So I can work with this. Like here's one of the mermaids from that other card. Look how beautiful these whales are. This is stunning. This is very beautiful and textured. Electric Odyssey. This one is about taking chances. I remember because I had to look that one up. I was like, what is going on? Is she getting ready to get electrocuted? Miss Mary Mack. Did you guys ever play that game? Raise your hand if you ever played Miss Mary Mack. Coming up. Ozma of Oz, Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan. Somebody make me a Peter Pan deck, please. Little Star. Queen of Hearts. Somebody make me a deck of that movie with Robin Williams and Peter Pan, where he played Peter all grown up. I love that movie. Rapunzel. Oh, I love her hair. I love Rapunzel's blue hair, indigo blue hair, and I also kind of love that they made her melanated, which I think is fantastic because why can't she be melanated, right? Look at Rapunzel. Does she have Toto with her? I feel like there's a crossover there. Is that supposed to be the wolf? Because I'm not scared of that little puppy there. Root Down. I love this. Beautiful. Another theme that you would get from an oracle that could cross over into a fairy tale, or maybe maybe a fairy tale about nature. Shadow Enchantment. This is that one that was about um, love bombing. Singing in the Rain. She looks tired. I love the movie Singing in the Rain. I would not consider it a a fairy tale or anything, but it's definitely a love story, which could sometimes be considered fairy tale. Snow White and Rose Red, Starlight Wish, um, Drenched in Light. I'm getting a little bit of light from the window. This is really beautiful. I love this mauve color around the edge. It's really pretty. It's a color I really enjoy in general, like in life, like shirts and things in that color. So I would love, oh, I would love a deck with more mauve. Okay, all right. The Belle of Marble Falls. A little princess, cute. The storm, aw, look at the kitties. That one looks like he's playing, and that one's just rubbing up against her leg. So cute. The wizard. Another one from the same story, but definitely a different theme here, different character arc. So different advice to give. Three little kittens. Vasilissa? Vasilissa? Is that how you say that? Um, Lucy Kane. Who is Lucy Kane? I don't even know. Wee Willie Winky. What a crazy name. Wendy Darling. So from Peter Pan. Oh, I love that she's a little black girl because I love Peter Pan, and I was a little black girl loving Peter Pan. So I would love to be able to see a little girl that looked like me in a story like that. Would have been really cool, really really cool. I saw the Little Mermaid, the remake of the Little Mermaid, and it was so wonderful to me. I almost cried. I used to love that movie coming up, and to see her look, I would have loved. I would have loved that as a child. Here's more of this. Here's more of these pinks that I like. I like this is the one I like. Bat Maiden. Love this color. I don't know if you can make it out because the lighting is getting funky, but it's really beautiful. All right, so here are the backs again. Let's give them a shuffle. The cardstock is the stock that they've been having. This is satiny, but it's not as smooth and it doesn't move as well as the Alchemist Journey Oracle. So that one has some new stock that there must be changing to. This one is still on the previous stock. It's not the old super sticky one, but it's still a little bit like I'll just fan it for you so you can gauge for yourself. But so you can see there, it's still a little clumpy, but not as clumpy as, say, like this one was when it first came out. All right, so I'm running out of light. Since my light coming through the window is getting a little crazy, I think what we'll do is just pick two cards, and you guys can do a little pick a card if you want. And I'll read from the guidebook for those two cards, and then we'll go. So we'll choose, that'll be card number 1. This will be card number 2. And you guys can pick a card, take some time, take a little breath, see if you want 1 or 2. And then we'll turn them over and read from the guidebook. So card number 1 is Bat Maiden, number 46. So let me find it. Okay, there it is. If you would prefer to read it for yourself, I'm going to read it out loud. This is one of the ones with my favorite color on it. It says, sensitize yourself to love, rise above the appearance of harshness or disagreement, and instead focus on and magnify goodwill. Deliberately surround the situation and all concerned with the bright and healing light of compassion. When someone exhibits fearful behavior, look deeply and see the need for love that drives it. When you hear discordant speech, listen deeply and hear the cry for love hidden within it. Do not shut down, close your heart, or respond with rashness, but if necessary, temporarily retreat. Once you recognize the love or desire for love, you can reformulate your perspective and emerge with a love-informed plan and approach. Bats have been unfairly feared and maligned for centuries, and yet among their loved ones, they are protective, cuddly, and sweet. And they are exquisitely perceptive. Their senses are exceptionally receptive and attuned. Sensitive folks like you can sometimes feel overwhelmed in cities and crowds. It's also true that extroverted or outgoing people might at times intimidate you, but everyone everywhere has this in common: the need and desire for love. Remembering this, you need not be uncomfortably dazzled by status, bluster, or bravado. So remind yourself, as often as necessary, that from this perspective, no one is your superior. Everyone is your equal. The universal need for love is an equalizing force. This could also be a message to stand up for yourself and your needs in one of your relationships. It's not loving to hide your feelings. Even if speaking up is uncomfortable, remember that your objective is true harmony, not false harmony. From this understanding, courageously speak your truth for as long and as often as needed, and lovingly refuse to back down. Listen for love, see love, and magnify love, and your situation will quickly transform in the most auspicious of ways. Okay, so that's pile one. All right, so for card number two, we have Electric Odyssey, number 21. If you would like to read it for yourself, there you go. It says, recharge your motivation, put your passion on the line, take creative risks, and boldly express your personal flair. There is no one on earth quite like you. At your core, you are independent and unique. You possess an electrifying perspective, and it will benefit everyone when you own it, explore it, and share it. No one has walked your path before, so you can't know what it will look like or where it would lead. But this is part of the fun. Put one foot in front of the other, let your heart be your guide, and explore the beautiful new worlds you find with glowing wonderment and pulsating delight. It's possible that you've been a bit it's possible that you've been a bit down lately, stuck, bored, and seemingly mirrored in the muck. If so, summon your motivation and get out of your mud puddle. Try something different, new, and possibly even a little bit odd. Learn a new art form or style of dance, write poetry or fiction, or start your memoir. Compose and cast a magic spell. Go to a thrift store and assemble a wardrobe in colors or styles you haven't previously worn. Host a tea party. Start a brand new friendship. Or plan a trip somewhere off the beaten path. Look deeply and be honest. Have you been following someone else's roadmap? In other words, have you believed you must have a job like your parents had, save your adventures for retirement, or otherwise deny yourself the everyday odysseys and wild pleasures you crave? Buzzing, blinding inspiration is there for you. But if you continue to hunker down and hide from it, it can't recharge you with its humming aliveness and fiery bolts from the sky. This is a clear message for you to do you without shame, reticence, or delay. Step out of your cave, discover your live wire, or stand under the flashing sky. And when you wear what you want to wear, go where you want to go, and try what you want to try, you will feel emboldened, energized, and free. Very cute. Very, very nice messages, cute messages. I think these would be great for like finishing out a reading if you're looking for like bedtime messages or something to, get you started in journaling or even just to start you writing. Like if you're a writer, I think these could be fun prompts for that. The guidebook has a lot to say, so, you know, you're not missing anything there. I think these would be great for bedtime messages. I've heard Lisa Papez and other people talking about bedtime decks, and I do also keep decks by my bed that I pull at night. I think this would be a great one to put there. I haven't tried it there yet, but I'm looking at it, and it does look like it has the nostalgia of a bedtime story from when I was a child. I don't know what bedtime stories don't probably look so much like this now, but from when I was a kid, and I would love to look at, even maybe not, I would love to look at these cards and read those little messages before I go to bed at night and maybe write in my journal or maybe write little short stories and stuff like that. I think this is a good winding down kind of deck. Very, very cute too. I love all the different color borders. Um, if you have this and you're using it on like client readings and stuff like that, I would love to hear about that in the comments below, how that's working for you or how it's been working. This is very cute. I love the way these borders look and these big titles at the top. They just really look great. Sometimes when I'm reading tarot, I like to stack my cards up like this I like to pull oracles and stack them along the side like this. And so title bars like this, for me, just as like a user friendly thing, I love titles like this that are all on the top that I can stack up, or all on the bottom and that, kind of stand out. So thank you so much to Llewellyn for sending this one over, because it's really beautiful and sweet. And I like it. I'm looking forward to putting it by my bed. I'm going to do that right now and spend a week with it there. And then I'll be using it on Instagram. If you're interested in seeing me pair things up from things in my collection, let me know. I'll happy to circle back after I've worked with it for a little bit. You guys can let me know in the comments and upvote. And if I hear enough people saying they want to see it, I'd be happy to do that. I'd be happy to circle back. So just let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I would love to have you here with me. Lots of content coming, a couple of tags that, well, a tag I've been working on. So the Tarot March Madness is coming your way, and then I've got other decks to review. So definitely stay tuned, hit the bell, all the things. I look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. Down in the description box, you'll find the links to where you can pick this one up. I got this from Llewellyn. I'll put their link in the description box below, as well as the Amazon affiliate link. If you're interested in purchasing from Amazon and you use those links, it does help me out. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. So until I see you guys next time, stay safe. I really think this card is very beautiful, so I'm glad it ended up at the top. And be blessed. Bye-bye.